It is one thing to love someone and always want to be around them, but if you do not feel that connection, both of you might not be able to stay together. When you and someone bond so much, you can know them well, and also you can always find yourself even if you have difficulties in your marriage. This is actually what makes marriages work. There is always this tension between couples that do not have this connection. You could feel that something is not right with them. This connection is what makes you feel the person is the right person for you to spend the rest of your life with in the first place. When this connection is no longer there, then you can be sure that your marriage is on a timer. There are so many signs that you can use to detect if the connection is still there or not. You could lose communication with your partner. This kind of communication is usually rare. You could listen to your partner and understand them perfectly. You could even understand them without them having to say a word. This kind of connection with your partner is created over time, and you should be worried if the connection is no longer there. This could mean that God is giving you a sign that the marriage is over. Sometimes you are close to your partner physically, and yet your hearts are so far apart. At this point, anything they do irritates you. You get offended by things that you do not expect to get you offended. This could mean that both of you have lost that connection. There is always a constant struggle in your relationship. Whenever there is an issue, you do not feel the need to work on it, and your partner also might not be nonchalant towards it. Both of you can now do good without one another, and you are not even missing one another. The connection between you and your partner is always what saves you whenever you have a misunderstanding in the relationship. Without that connection, both of you wouldn't have made it to the level of marriage. When you are annoyed with your partner or your partner is annoyed with you, it is this connection that will help the both of you forgive one another because you cannot fathom the thought of living without one another. When this connection is lost, nothing is holding both of you anymore, and the bond seems to have been broken. This could be a sign from God that the marriage has run its course, and it is time for the both of you to go your separate ways. This can be of a relationship that seems like torture anymore. If God is giving you a sign that the marriage is over, then you should end the marriage, as this is certain that God has a plan for you, or He is saving you from something or someone. It could probably be that your partner has moved on already with his or her life. Probably you and your partner have broken up a few times, and the both of you keep coming back together. This weakens the marriage in the first place and could cause irreparable damage to the marriage. When the both of you keep coming back together, it could be because of the connection that still exists between the both of you. But it might get to a point that it does not seem there is a way back into the relationship. A point where it seems the marriage is over and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. One of the major signs of this is if your partner has already moved on. This is the height of it, as it is now very obvious that the marriage is over and God would want you to move on too. When it is certain that your partner is now involved with another person, this means that they do not have any plans of coming back to you, and you need to move on with your life too. You could be hurt probably because you feel that both of you still have a chance to be together again, but when your partner has moved on, then it is a sign that there's no hope in that marriage anymore. You need to pick yourself up and keep moving. Accept it as the will of God, as nothing is happening on this earth that God is not aware of. You pray to God about this marriage before going into it, and God allowed the marriage to break off. Then you should know that it is His will, and He knows exactly what He is doing. You just need to be patient for His complete plan to be executed, and you will be happy at the end of it all. You can be sure your marriage is over when the people around you are not even trying to fix it anymore. Before you got married to your partner, everyone around you was involved somehow. You got married to your partner. This means your friends and family have accepted this person for you. This means that they feel the person is right for you and they wish you well. They are ready to help you steady your marriage whenever you need their help. Of course, when you start having issues with your spouse, they would be heavily involved. No one wants someone close to them to have a broken relationship. They would try their best to fix whatever problem you and your spouse are having. There could be a point when they get tired and they are not even trying to fix your marriage anymore. Many things could be involved though. It could be that they are tired of the constant fights that you and your partner always have. It could also be that they know something that you do not know. Probably they know about a hidden intention from your partner towards you. They might not want to open up to you about, and keeping quiet when you and your partner are having issues might be their way of telling you that the both of you should separate. They could even be telling you it is better this way. Though you might not understand them at that point, they could be the ones God is using to save you from that toxic marriage. You may be blinded by love, but you should also be sensitive enough to know that it doesn't make sense for everyone that once accepted your partner for you to now be against him or her. This should ultimately give you an idea that something might be going on and you have to be smart about it. God could be showing you a sign that your marriage is not worth fighting for. You need to be prayerful and communicate to God to show you the way. If you're keeping a good relationship with God, He will surely reveal His will for you and help you make the right choices in your relationship. Whether you are willing to accept it or not, friends and family are great influences on the outcome of a particular marriage. You should be able to read their body language and deduce what exactly is going on. If they are not worried about you ending a relationship with someone they once approved for you, then it might be time for you to review your marriage. Pray to God and He would help you make the perfect decision, as this could mean that it's a sign from God that your marriage is not supposed to be. When you start doing fine without your partner and you don't even miss them anymore, this could be a sign that God wants you to move on. After a breakup, there's always a grieving stage. Whatever happens in this grieving stage is a result of the love you still have for this person. When you are past this stage and it doesn't seem like there's a way back into the marriage, it could also be that you are suddenly fine with a breakup and your heart is healed already, that you do not feel any hurt. You do not even miss your partner, and even if your partner wants to come back into your life, you are not sure that you would even accept them back. This could mean that God is showing you a sign to move on. You are doing fine without them and you could feel yourself being happy again. You pray to God all the time and He has healed you. If there was still something to salvage from the marriage, God would have healed you but also leave in you the mindset that you still need your partner back into your life. You notice that your heart is now free to even fall in love with other people. Then God might even be ready to send the perfect person your way and is giving you a sign that your marriage is over. If your marriage is over and God wants you to move on, then it means that God has a plan for you and you need to be patient for Him to execute His full plan in your life.